Hello, hey, how you doing? It's me. I hope you're doing well. So, I sat down today and I thought, what if I record a rant video about Steven Universe? Yeah, I'm not sure why I thought of that. My brain kind of works in a weird ways, but I think it's mostly because I was going through the internet and I saw people talking about the upcoming Steven Universe movie, and I kind of remembered that Steven Universe is a thing, and I was like, hey, why not to talk about it, you know? And so I'm here talking about it, or specifically ranting, because there's probably like two main issues I have with the series, and I just want to talk about them. And hey, this is a channel which I created to talk about cartoons, anime, games, and shit, so you know, why not? So, Steven Universe, as you can judge by this title, I want to rant a little bit about Greg. And don't get me wrong, I love Greg. He's possibly one of the best characters in the show, I would say. But there was always this one part that pissed me off about him, or not necessarily him as much as how people wrote him. And it is just how nice he is. Now, there's nothing wrong with being nice. Nice is nice, you know? But the problem comes with how he handled the fact that Rose pretty much lied to him. Now, I will be honest about it. I hate Rose. I do. She's a piece of fucking shit in my opinion. Now you can say that, oh, she did what she did because she had a reason. Yeah, sure. I'm just trying to say that she could have done it in a better way. Now, the show does not hide the fact that she's an asshole. It's kind of like the whole idea is that, you know, no one was good in this situation, everyone kind of sucked. So yeah, the fact that Rose is a piece of shit, it's a fact. It's just depending on what kind of person you are, she's either more of a piece of shit to you or less, you know. And for me, it's more, I really don't like her. I don't like how I just can't stand it, you know what I'm saying? But then comes in Greg, and you know, when Greg learned about Rose lying to him, he was like, oh, you know, she has secrets, and that is fine. People have secrets. And I'm like, can you not? Like, doesn't it hurt you or irritate you at least a tiny bit? And besides that, it's also how Greg like literally never gets mad. It's like, oh, those gems want to take my child or allow my child to go into space to deal with some space gem war issues. And I'm like, and you're okay with that? You're chilling. Like, it just really pisses me off how Greg never gets mad at literally anything, because that is inhuman. Like, I don't know, are you really trying to tell me that your wife lying to you does not push your buttons in any way? Are you really trying to tell me that your son going into space with those gems and then, you know, experiencing all of those dangerous things, you know, and you are helpless to do anything, does that really not make you mad? And it's just, it's the whole idea that he's okay with gems raising Steven. I'm like, are you really okay with this shit? Like, Greg is a good dad, but he's also kind of non-existent in Steven's life. Like, Amethyst raises him kind of, Garnet does, Pearl does, and I'm like, Greg, and what the fuck about you, you know? It just, it really, it just doesn't bond with me well, I guess. Because if I would have been Greg, no matter how nice I would have been, at some point I would have just came up to Crystal Gems and I would have been like, yo, listen, fuck you, get the fuck away from my child, I'm his father and I'm not okay with that shit. Or I would have been like, you know, Steven, you know what, I am angry, and it's not like I want Greg to hate Rose. I just wanted a moment where Greg could have been like, you know what? Yeah, I am angry at Rose, but as an adult, you learn how to move past those issues or something like that. But instead, he was kind of like, it's fine, I'm chill, and I'm like, really, really, like, I don't know. I guess I just wish that someone would slap the Rose, because honestly that's what she was missing. Like, nobody ever gave her a proper like mature person to mature person talk. I feel like the closest she ever got to it, I feel like, was when Greg kind of snapped just a tiny bit at her when they were dancing. But yeah, that was my tiny rant. As you can see by the title, it's just part one, so there's going to be another one, and another one is more substantial. This one is just like a tiny one that I wanted to get off my chest. But yeah, the next one will be a little bit more serious, because I will talk about a bigger problem that plagues Steven Universe, in my opinion, and the biggest problem, in fact, with Steven Universe. But with that being said, I do hope that you enjoyed this as much as you did. And hey, if you want to hate me, comments are enabled down below. It's traction for me. I don't mind. So, go ahead, have fun. We're here to just discuss nerdy stuff. So yeah, take care and don't get bored by a big diamond lady. See ya!